Saliba and Gabriel have been absolutely fantastic this season, destroying opposition attackers and preventing them any sniff at our goal. Today, I'm going to be uncovering the beautiful story of the best defensive duo in Europe right now. Before I begin, if I could ask you to please smash that like button and smash that subscribe button, it really helps the channel out. So without further ado, let's uncover the beautiful story of Arsenal's centre-backs. Arsenal completed the signing of William Saliba from Saint Etienne in July 2019. The Gunners fought off competition from their North London rivals Tottenham Hotspur for the highly rated French defender. He would return to Saint Etienne for the 2019-20 season before returning to the Gunners the following season. Unai Emery was the head coach at the time who completed the signing, and he stated he was delighted to see William join us. Many teams wanted him, but he ultimately decided he wanted to come to us and be a part of our future. Saliba had only made his professional debut with Saint Etienne on the 25th of September 2018, so he was fairly inexperienced when he was coming to the club. His fantastic performance on his debut earned him a further 13 starts in Ligue 1 that season. His story was not as straightforward as Gabriel's, as when he returned to Arsenal, Arteta was the new manager, which meant first team chances hardly came for the French defender, leading him to be in the under-21s and eventually loaned out to Nice and then Marseille the season after. It would be with Marseille where he showed his world-class ability, winning the Ligue 1 Young Player of the Year award. This would be enough for Arteta to give him a chance in the following pre-season, where he was fantastic, and he has never looked back since. The following year, on September the 1st, 2020, Arsenal would announce the signing of Brazilian Gabriel on a long-term contract. There was so much interest in the Brazilian, with multiple clubs willing to match the valuation set by Lille. But Gabriel eventually chose Arsenal, joining for a fee reaching the region of £27 million after add-ons. Director Edu said after the signing of Gabriel that we are delighted to have signed him. He's a top player who we have been studying for a while and was in demand from many clubs. So we are proud to have agreed and completed this transfer with Lille and the player. Mikel Arteta is looking forward to working with him. It must be remembered that Gabriel joined the club at a time where we were in a horrible situation. Our defence was appalling, so the fact he was willing to take on this challenge says a lot about his mentality. Gabriel began his career at Avaí, who currently play in the second tier of Brazilian football, and after 21 appearances, he made the move to Europe in January 2017, signing for Ligue 1 side Lille for a fee of around £1.5 million. Gabriel initially struggled to adapt to senior football and went out on loan twice, first to Troyes, where he spent the first half of the 2017-18 season, before a temporary move to Dinamo Zagreb in January 2018. First team opportunities would continue to evade him, as he would move from reserve and senior side before making a return to Lille for the start of the 2018-19 season. Gabriel took time to cement himself in the side, not starting a Ligue 1 game until February 2019. But he did not look back since, forging a very successful partnership with former Southampton player Jose Font at the back. He was ranking first for passes into the opposition areas completed, second for forward passes, 6th for block shots, and 16th in the division for aerial duels won. He would help Lille qualify for the Champions League for the first time in 7 years, finishing second to PSG, and a year later he would then find himself joining Arsenal Football Club and being the start of the revolution for our defence. Fast forward to 2024 and Saliba and Gabriel form a formidable partnership and were the main reasons for our title challenge last season, before the injury to William Saliba. Arsenal only won 4 of the 9 games when Saliba got injured. And this was ultimately the reason we didn't win the league last season. The Gunners became so leaky at the back, with Gabriel and Holding forming a partnership, with the Southampton game at home being the final nail in the coffin for our title hopes. However, this season with Saliba fit and Gabriel firing, Arsenal have been really solid at the back. Even with Saliba fit last season, we never saw us defending as well as we have this season. In the 2022-23 season, Arsenal were conceding 1.1 goals per game and were facing 9 shots per game. Since the turn of the year, Arsenal have conceded just 4 goals and faced only 46 shots, with 10 of those being on target. The Gunners have only allowed 76 touches from the opposition in our box. Although we cannot discredit the likes of Ben White, Tomiyasu and David Raya, who have all been crucial to our defensive improvement, the role of Gabriel and Saliba has been pivotal. We can actually say due to Saliba and Gabriel, we managed to lock down Haaland and Manchester City, being the first team to prevent them scoring at the Etihad for 57 games, which is a monumental achievement. It would not be outrageous to say that these two are the best defensive duo in Europe, with the underlying metrics and the eye test to prove it. We are truly blessed to have 2 warriors at the back for our club. Gone are the times where we would be watching our team concede 20 shots per game and bullied all over the pitch. With Gabriel and Saliba, no attackers have the ability to bully us. Whether it be a ball over the top or a ball through the channels, we can count on them to gobble that up. Even though Saliba and Gabriel have been world class, we must not forget the role of Mikel Arteta in this. His defensive style and the way he places defenders makes our players better. You can tell there is a specific structure which he wants his defenders to follow, which ultimately makes defending easier. It wouldn't be just due to Gabriel and Saliba that we prevent so many touches in our opposition box. Against Manchester City, for example, Arteta essentially lined up in a 6-2-2 formation, which sounds absolutely ridiculous, but it was perfect in nullifying the threat of Manchester City. It then meant it came down to the individual brilliance of Gabriel and Saliba, as they were tasked just to defend their box. If you notice the amount of times City tried to swing a ball into the box and Gabriel and Saliba cleared it with ease, that is due to Mikel Arteta's structure. So compact, meaning that there is no choice for a team but to cross it. And then when you have aerial demons like Gabriel and Saliba, it becomes so easy to defend. So to conclude this video, we can say that Mikel Arteta has made Gabriel and Saliba the best defensive duo in Europe. At 26 and 23 respectively, these two have so much more to learn and grow. But even now, I wouldn't even hide from saying they are the best defensive duo in Europe.